It's a new year, a new season, and we are underway.
Really dominating fashion here today is going to win.
2, 3, 4 for the final time.
Win number 1 of the season, only just barely.
He is going to win here at the Nazareth Speedway.
Wins the Emerson Electric 100K.
Gonna be Igor Barretto's gonna eke it out.
Cup Series champion is Shane Lake in the number 15.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
Charlotte, North Carolina, the home of stock car racing, plays host to the 14th race of the 32-race season here in Season 3 of the NOFSRL Cabela's Cup Series. We're here at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Food Lion 500. Tonight, 42 cars will take on this mile-and-a-half track for 67 laps. And we have an interesting race ahead of us. We saw an absolutely amazing race last night in the Scots National Series. And folks, we are more than ready to do it again here tonight in CCS. Coming after Benny Watson's third win of the season at Dover International Speedway, and the non-points all-star race, Will Parrish has the points lead still, 370 points to the championship after race 13. He is 11 ahead of Trey Smith, 28 behind is Alexander Rowe, 29 behind is Benny Watson, Darian Arnsdorf is 34 behind, Eric Monaco 40 behind, Sophia Fragnini 41 behind, Sam Manoskin 44 behind, Ben Crouch 49 behind, and Owen Miles is rounding out the top 10 in points. He's 55 back of Will Parrish coming into this race. Parrish, the points leader, starting in the 7th position. Last night, the winner came from 9th position. It was Matt Tuck in the 33. Could we see Daisy Johnson potentially being a favorite there, starting in the 9th position? We'll have to see what happens here as this race plays out for 67 laps. 2 pit stops expected in this race, and well, that's enough delay. Now, without further ado, let's go down trackside and get your starting lineup so we can get this pace lap started. And it's time to get these cars rolling off the pit road here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Madison Tull is on the pole position there. She's starting first alongside the 51 of Ethan Lewis. In row number 2, we find defending Scots National Series champion Kip Silverpoint. Starting alongside her is the number 19, your All-Star Race winner from 1 week ago, Charlie Davenport. In row number 3, we find Aiden Macro in the 41 there, RV Chevrolet. He is starting alongside Season 1 champion and Texas winner from earlier this season, Ben Crouch. In row number 4, we find points leader Will Parrish there on the inside in the Sprite-colored number 0, starting alongside the 07 of Brad Crawford. Rounding out the top 10, we find the 15 of Daisy Johnson there, starting alongside the number 48, Brad Stover. Now everyone is rolling off of the grid here, and we are ready to get it started here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. 67 laps, about 100 miles here at this mile-and-a-half track. We are ready to get it going here. Again, saw a thriller last night in the Scots National Series, and we could be getting ready to see another tremendous spectacle here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. For the first ever time, the Cabela's Cup Series is green, green, green from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Side by side on corner exit, Kip Silverpoint's going to lead lap number 1 here, the Food Lion 500. bringing Aiden Macro with her in behind, and Will Parrish slips it to the middle line. Brad Stover, now they're going to be 4 wide coming out of turn number 2. That's trouble. Trouble back straightaway. Big trouble as Parrish goes back up into the field, collects Robinson, and we're going to have a big pile up here. 3-time winner Benny Watson's in it. Eric Monaco on his side. Daisy Johnson, Owen Miles, and upside down, who is that? That is Eric Monaco. Keegan Thompson's in it. Roy Ribbleton's back in that. RJ Rosero. Christian Vargas was right at the start of it. Thibodeau. Durrani Grorich. Doesn't look like Hightower's got very much damage, if any at all. Rowe is destroyed. Trey Wright has big damage there. Fan vote winner Nathan Smith from the All-Star race 1 week ago is in it. Sebastian Kukulon, Chase Buck, almost everybody. Beverly Creed, the 32. Collins has some damage. Be easier to tell you who wasn't in it. Good gracious. One car smoking on the pit road there. That's the 52 of Josiah Robinson. And looks like almost everybody's going. Well, everybody, literally everybody's going to come down the pit road here after that big pile up on lap number 2. It only took 2 laps, but as soon as they went 4 wide, especially at the front of the field, you knew something bad was going to happen. And well, we have had the big one here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And we're going to reset here under the first caution of the race. Kip Silverpoint off of the pit road first there in car 68. She holds on to the lead. Macro second. Vargas off third. Then Tall, Davenport, Crouch, Stover, Stapleton, Arnsdorf, and Reynolds. That is the top 10 right now. But we are still here working the first caution of the race here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Going to have quite a few cars out of the race after this one, but let's go back and take a look at what happened to bring it out. So here we're watching from overhead as they go through turn 1 and 2, 4 wide as Stover slides up on the outside of Crouch. Parrish and Lewis on the top side. Parrish going to wash up a little bit there on Lewis, get into the back of the 51, turn him down into Stover, Crouch, and Vargas goes down, slams that inside wall very hard. Parrish back up into the track, hits Davenport there, goes around, gets hit by Robinson and Miles, and then behind, Reynolds gets a little bit of a piece there. Right, Watson go around, and then behind, the field just piles in. How in the world did Samit Osgen get through that in that 83? Kanan Biller on the top side getting through. Stapleton, I think, got through with minor damage. As that has to be at least 20 cars involved in that. That has to be at least half the field that has gotten some sort of damage in this incident. But let's go back and take a look at another angle. So here they are coming out of turn number 2. Parrish washes up into Lewis. Down goes Vargas, and up into the field comes Parrish. And behind, look out. So many cars involved in this incident. Eric Monaco gets turned upside down. Most look like they're getting through with minor damage and should be able to go on. Some may fall out of the race though. But anyway, the track is clear and we are good to go, so let's head to the restart here at Charlotte. Field still pacing here into the first caution of the race here in the Food Lion 500 at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And it was a massive crash on the back straightaway. Will Parrish back down the pit road, and probably the most notable driver that was in it. Eric Monaco, who was upside down, is still out on the track. And well, I don't know who all is continuing on and who is not. I thought for sure drivers like Josiah Robinson, I know, is out of the race. Titan Nicholas, I think, is out too. Keegan Thompson, I don't see him out on the track, nor do I see Alexander Rowe. But Good grief. What an absolute mess right now. But, anyway, pace car is going to come around and head for the pit road here. And we will restart here. Kip Silverpoint, Aiden Macro, Madison Tull, Charlie Davenport, and Ben Crouch leading us back to the green flag. We are racing once again here at Charlotte. See, whatever reason, the officials did not send the lap cars to the back of the field, particularly Christian Vargas. And you can see he is holding everybody up. He'll scoot up to the top side, and here comes that freight train on the inside, gonna get around him. But meanwhile, Silverpoint and Macro have pulled away to a sizable lead. Madison Tull's kind of all by herself right now. Already a second and a half behind us now. Everyone trying to get through this hornet's nest here. Oh, look out. Don't do it again, guys. Don't go four wide. Oh, Miller. Remy, you knew that was going to happen. Another pile-up back straightaway. Kukulon, Smith, Collins, Groich, Rosero, Park, and second horrendous pile-up in the opening laps here. Let's look out behind Eric Monaco coming in. He's going to get through it. And Calamity straightaway, I think we'll call it. 2 early pile-ups here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Which now it will certainly take some more cars out of the race. I would be surprised if it didn't. Particularly Rorich. That's the second horrendous hit he's had. Look at how badly damaged that car is. Rosero, big front end damage there. Eric Monaco, and of course, everyone's going to come down the pit road once again here. Kip Silverpoint leading the brigade. Okay, well, not everybody. Of course, some of these guys are laps down already. Chase Buck is on the lead lap. Andrew Williams is on the lead lap. Trey Wright's on the lead lap. Actually, all 4 of them are on the lead lap. I am surprised there. But Silverpoint off first, then Davenport, Tull, Arnsdorf. Tull's slow coming off the pit road. Of course, I would think so. She's got the first pit there, so likely would have been slower coming off the pit road. Everyone else is already up to speed. That'll put Tull in second. And we'll see if the front 4 come down onto the pit road here under this caution. I don't think they will, actually. No, sure doesn't look like they're going to. But we are still pacing here under the second caution of the race here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Let's go back and take a look at what happened to bring it out. So here, watching overhead as Ribbleton's going to get into the back of Miller there, looks like. Gets into Miller there, and Ribbleton is going to get turned around by Fragniti, who gets turned around by Trey Smith. Smith goes up into Collins. They go up into the wall, spin around. Fragniti comes up into Kukulon there, and the track is completely blocked at this point. How did Durrani make through? I have no idea. But at least 10 cars involved in this one. Groich, a hard shot to the inside there. Park slides up to the racetrack there in the 22. Watson and Nathan Smith getting contact there. There's Johnson sliding in from behind after, I believe, contact with, I would think it's Mitchell Collins. But let's take a look at another angle. So coming out of turn number 2, there's Ribbleton getting into the back of Miller, and then he gets turned around in front of the field, and more cars get become collected as there's Johnson coming in, just nudges the front of Mitchell Collins and slides to a stop. Monaco, who was upside down in that first incident, sneaking through on the inside there in that 55. But early second caution here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Track is now clear, though. We are good to go, so let's head to the restart here at Charlotte. All right, we are finishing up the second caution of the race here, and had a couple of massive pileups to kick off the Food Lion 500. Right now, 36th on back is out of the race. Beverly Creed, Will Parrish, Owen Miles, Alexander Rowe, Keegan Thompson, Josiah Robinson, and Titan Nicholas. And now, well, Andrew Williams is going to join them as he blows up, coming to the green flag, unfortunately. The second place driver blowing up here just as we come to the green flag once again here to restart the Food Lion 500 here at Charlotte. Your Fontana winner. That's just unfortunate timing, absolutely. But I don't even know what else to say to that. That's awful. That's awful luck. But Chase Buck leading this thing. Aiden Macro is going for the second place right there underneath Talladega race winner Ryan Durrani, as Trey Wright, who restarted third, slipping backwards in that beaten and battered 90. Oh, don't try 4 wide again, guys. They've done it twice already, and both times it's been terrible that they've done it because it's resulted in 10-15 car accident. Half the field was involved in that first one, at least, so I would have thought before the last one happened that they would have oh, Davenport got sideways almost up into Durrani. Crouch is on the inside now. And how about Ben Young in the 2? Debuted with Spotify last week of the All-Star race, and here he comes with Spotify again on the hood of that car, in behind car number 74. And meanwhile, for the race lead, Macro closing in on Buck, headed off into turn number 1. That uncharted driver is low, and he's going to be there. Lewis closing in 2 in car number 51. He's going to push Macro to the lead. Will he get to the inside of that RB Chevrolet? Buck trying to work the outside there in that Donut Media car. A little bit of damage on the front of that. I doubt it's impeding his, or it's affecting his aerodynamics very much right now. As Lewis on the inside goes to the point on Aiden Macro. Crouch around the outside of Young and Crawford. And they're going to fall into the clutches of Sam and Oskin there in car number 83. He's now down low on the 07 of Brad Crawford. That is for 6th place on track. And another yellow flag. Oh my! Thibodeau, Stapleton, Kukulon all upside down. Vargas was in it. Watson, Rosero, Fragniti, Biller. Okay. So third caution of the race is out here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So now I believe over half the field has been involved in some sort of an incident in this race. I said we had a thrilling race in the Scotts National Series. Well, the thing is, it went green for the first 58% of the race, just about. Well, actually, yeah, that's right. No, not 58%. It went green to like lap 18 of that 40-lap race. So, I guess that'd be 40%-ish, 40-ish%. But now we're on lap 19. We've had 3 so far. As they'll come down the pit road again. So much for it just being a 2-stop race. We've now had 3 pit cycles in this. Ethan Lewis off first, then Young, Oskin, Crawford, Buck, Macro, Durrani, Crouch, Trey Smith, Darian Arnsdorf. That's going to be the top 10, I believe, as long as all these guys are on the lead lap. But a ferocious crash in turn number 3. Let's go back and take a look at what happened to bring it out. So here we are on the back straightaway. It's been calamity straightaway in this race. And, well, Stapleton gets up into Stover there, and he goes around. Biller, a hard shot to the inside there. He comes up the track, clips Hightower, who goes around, hits Park in the 22, and then coming along behind, here comes Sophia Fragniti right on the driver's side of Biller, sends him upside down. Trey Wright passes through Fragniti. Watson hits her. Kukulon slams Stapleton there. Rosero goes underneath the 97. And then Kukulon, you see, slides along in car 82. As Stapleton slides down the track, here comes Vargas right on the windshield of the 97 of Stapleton. That sends Thibodeau upside down, the force of that impact. And Stapleton comes back onto his wheels there. There's Kukulon coming to a rest in car 82. But a violent, violent accident here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Let's take a look at another angle. So here we are, full speed down the back straightaway. Stapleton up into Stover. Biller down the track. Clips Hightower. Clips Park. Slammed there by Fragniti. Almost over the wall. And then Stapleton gets slammed there by Kukulon. Kukulon goes upside down. And, good grief. What a terrible, terrible accident. But, hopefully the last one for this race. We can actually get some elongated green flag runs here. But the track is clear. We are good to go. So let's head to the restart once again here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And here we are finishing up the third caution of the race here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. What a wild race it has been so far. That's just putting it lightly. But here we go. We're going to try it again here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Ethan Lewis leads. Ben Young, Oskin, Crawford, Buck, Macro, Durrani, Crouch, Trey Smith, and Darian Arnsdorf. The top 10. Green flag is out. We are racing again in the Food Lion 500. Great restart there for Ethan Lewis. He is pulling away from Young, who's going to fall back into the clutches of Sam Oskin, who could fall into the clutches of Crawford. 3 wide. Potentially? No. Young will hold them off, and he could go chase down the 51 of Ethan Lewis for that top position, as Macro getting in behind the 07 of Crawford there. That uncharted driver taking it 3 wide to the inside of Crawford and Young. What a performance by Macro early on in this race. He moves to the second position. Young slides up, almost hits the outside wall, and here comes Texas winner Ben Crouch down there in car number 74. You know, if it keeps up green this way, we'll only have one more pit stop to worry about. That is unless we get another caution. And if we get another caution, in order to only have to still have that one stop to worry about, because I'm fairly certain everybody would come down the pit road, they would have to make it to around lap 38 or so to be good, as we see Ben Crouch go to the race lead there on Ethan Lewis. Macro's going to scoot him up a little bit, and they'll be side by side down the back stretch. 3 wide, a little deeper in the field, as Buck, Tull, and Reynolds go at it. Reynolds up into Silver Point there. They'll keep it straight. Macro clears officially for the race lead there. 3 wide again behind Buck, Durrani, Oskin. Now Davenport's going to get to the inside of that 3-way there. And they'll be door-to-door down the back straightaway. Reynolds, as Lewis slides up. They're freight training around him on the inside. Reynolds now going to get around Brad Crawford in the 07. Definitely separating the damaged cars from the cars which are still in the race. Eric Monaco, I don't know how he's still on the track. He's been upside down in that 55. But if you can just see the list here, 24 cars remain on the track, 25th to 42nd, damaged so badly that they can't continue in this race. That is Sebastian Kukulon, Caden Biller, Nathan Stapleton, Sophia Fragniti, Benny Watson, Archie Rosero, Jacob Thibodeau, Christian Vargas, Andrew Williams, Mitchell Collins, Daisy Johnson, Beverly Creed, Will Parrish, Owen Miles, Alexander Rowe, Keegan Thompson, Josiah Robinson, and Titan Nicholas. Those are the ones that are out of the race. Meantime, the top 2 have stretched away from the rest of the field here, who is still in a heated battle with each other. Lewis and Crawford high up on the top side of turn 2. That's been Calamity Corner all night. They'll make it out of it for now. As they've run up on Eric Monaco now, Crouch gets held up by the 55. He'll get by now, but Macro's going to have a big, big lead. 1.15 seconds. Crouch falling into the clutches of Kip Silverpoint, who's going to take that 68 to the inside. Tall Davenport Reynolds there as well on the inside. In the outside line here, almost non-existent in the turns. So there's just not enough rubber laid up there yet in order for Crouch to have any sort of grip there whatsoever. But now, hey, Macro is all by himself up front. Could Silverpoint close in and potentially take that first spot away? We'll keep an eye on that as they head down the back straightaway once again here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The next damaged car Macro would have to worry about would be the 81 of Roy Ribbleton, who is midway down the back straightaway right now. Kip Silverpoint closed in a little bit there on Macro. Now about to have a challenger in Madison Tull. The Uncharted driver is about to be 1-2 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We have not had an Uncharted win yet this season in the Cabela's Cup Series. Could we see one now, here tonight in the Food Lion 500? We have been green for the last 13 laps or so. Since the last restart, we've had 3 cautions already. So it's nice to have a green flag run here because we are seeing some quality racing going on here. Not necessarily for the lead, but for position throughout the rest of the field here. There is still tons of battling going on here. Sam Oskin, 8th place points man, with Chase Buck there in the 4. And speaking of the points, let's think about that for a second. Sam Oskin and Ben Crouch, too, even, are going to gain a lot of points on those who are higher up in the standings, because especially Will Parrish, he's out of the race in 37th right now. And if this race finished right now, Crouch would be 6th, Oskin would be 9th. So that is excellent track position to have here if they're going to gain back in the points. They'd like for everything to stay the way it is right now once we get through the final pit cycle and get to the end of the race here. Now on to lap number 36. 32 laps remaining here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. just a little bit past halfway done. Silver Point closing back in on Macro, but now with a mirror full of Charlie Davenport, the All-Star Race winner. Here comes that 19 down to the inside, the Mopar Dodge. Christopher Reynolds in behind him, and that's going to halt their progress on gaining on the 41 for right now, who has led every single lap since he last got up front, obviously. But it's been several laps. He has had no challenger as Reynolds gets to the inside. 3 wide for second down the back straightaway. Davenport's going to slip out of that. Reynolds is going to be on the inside of Kip Silverpoint. And going into second, Christopher Reynolds in the 42 for William Brock's Full Frontal Motorsports. But again, that halts their progress. They were within 0.78. Now down to almost a second. But Roy Ribbleton is in front of Macro. If Macro catches that 81 in the middle of the corner, that could allow these drivers to close in a little more. It looks like that could happen right here in this corner. Will Ribbleton, oh, he's going to block Macro. How much does that slow him up? Oh, but Silverpoint's going to catch him in the turn 2. See here. Yeah, he is not getting out of the way. Well, he's always been a bit of a moving chicane here in the Cabela's Cup Series anyways. I wouldn't expect anything less. 0.93, so they gained a little bit there. Macro running the middle line. Silverpoint is. Reynolds is not. He is glued on the inside like a cat on Velcro. Coming around the final corner again. 27 laps to go now here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The fuel window, pit window I should say, has been open for 3 laps now. We'll wait to see what the first takers are, as now they'll close in on Eric Monaco in the 55 once again. The gap to the lead, 0.75 seconds. Not by any means insurmountable. Monaco takes the low line through the quad oval there. Macro probably had to get out of the gas at least a little bit there. But now Monaco, is he going to be on the low line in the corner? Yes, he is. Oh, that's going to hold them up big time. Silverpoint now will get to the inside, though. Big push from Ben Crouch and Reynolds. Five cars there in that train trying to catch Aiden Macro in car number 41, who is now pulled away to a little over second lead, as Ben Crouch going to try to move into second position. Silverpoint trying to work that top side, and looks like she will this time around. Or not quite yet. They are still side by side. Reynolds going to take them 3 wide. And they are still 3 wide on the quad oval. Reynolds with the advantage down low, but they are still 3 wide going off into turn number 1. Silverpoint slides high, trying to work it. Crouch is going to slide out of it. Reynolds and Silverpoint, and give it to Reynolds. Oh, Silverpoint's going to cut to the inside, though. What an absolutely amazing battle that's going on here for second place. Silverpoint's going to take it away. Crouch will get to the inside of Reynolds, possibly for third. And looks like he's going to get it. 1.5 seconds, the gap to the lead that time by, from Macro to Silverpoint. Still nobody coming down the pit road quite yet. It is lap 45 right now, so I thought at least somebody would. Lap 46 now. I guess we'll wait and see. It could be here in the next handful of laps. As Crouch is going to look to the inside of Silver Point for that second position. They last pit on lap 19. So we're definitely closing in on the 30-lap window there. And by then, we'll see a lot of them coming down onto the pit road for certain. Crouch second, Silver Point third, Toll fourth, Reynolds fifth. As they're all chasing the 41 unchartered Chevrolet of Aiden Macro, trying to become the first unchartered driver to win in the Cabela Cup Series. 20 laps to go. Crouch a little slower there on the inside. Silver Point trying to get the run up the top. Pay attention to Macro a little bit. See if he slows up to get onto the pit road. He will not, nor will anybody else in this lead group. Or anybody in general, I think. But now we're on to lap 49. Did we see anybody come down this time? Did they last pit under lap 19 under the third caution? I wouldn't be surprised. I am surprised they're staying out, though. I meant like I wouldn't be surprised if they came down, but, well, they didn't come down again. They were going a long way here on this run. Now on to lap number 50. 18 laps remain here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And they're still not coming down the pit road. Oh, someone did. Hightower and Grorich on the pit road there. Miller on the pit road. Lewis on the pit road. Smith and, well, both the Smiths, Trey and Nathan, have both been down on the pit road already. So it could be upon us. Yes, it is. Macro, here he comes down low. Crouch on the pit road now. Silver Point's going to take over the top position. Reynolds and Davenport into second and third. Cologne fourth, Buck fifth. So surely we are going to see Silver Point come down this time. Yes. How about Reynolds and Davenport? Yes. Smith's already been on the pit road. Cologne coming down. Buck coming down. But now we wait to see who cycles back into the lead. My hunch is it's going to be Aiden Macro again. We got a solid gap there over the 74 of Ben Crouch. But we'll see what happens here. Cologne, Buck, Reynolds still on the pit road there, as is Silver Point and Davenport. So we'll wait for the 41 to come around. There he is. As everybody leaves the pit road. Macro's already up to speed. Silver Point is not going to have the race lead. It's going to be Macro again, and he's going to have a huge margin over second place, who is going to be Ben Crouch, looks like. Almost a bobble there coming out of turn number 2. That was a tight 3 wide with Madison Tull, Andrew Miller, and Ryan Durrani. But now up in front at lap 54, Macro by 2.06 seconds over Ben Crouch. Can Crouch close in that 74? Or is this going to be an uncharted driver winning here at Charlotte Motor Speedway? Going to be a great battle for third going on here with Silver Point and Reynolds. Silver Point blocks for a moment, now wiggles a little bit through 3 and 4. Reynolds going to get to the inside in car number 42, and he's going to take that position away. Ethan Lewis up to 5th place right now. Stover, Tull, Durrani, Miller, and Arnsdorf. That's the top. That's rounding out the top 10 right now. Crouch will try to close in if he can. He lost a little bit of time this last lap. This time around, 2.34. So Macro is definitely still pulling away here. He'll be coming around for 11 laps to go this time by. Lap traffic ahead could play a factor. Reynolds is closing in big time there on Ben Crouch. Reynolds in car 42. 2.41 seconds. Here comes Reynolds down low. And he's going to more than take that position away from the Season 1 champion. But oh boy, here's Monaco. And here's Macro. 10 laps to go this time by. We'll see what the margin is this time around. It was 2.41 last time, 2.35 this time. So Reynolds definitely faster than Crouch. They may have missed the setup a little bit on the 74 when he came down the pit road under that last cycle. But we'll see if that 74 is able to hold on for a top 5 finish here as Macro gets to the inside of Monaco. At 9 laps to go now, 1.73 the gap. Reynolds closing in on car 55. He's going to nab him on the straightaway here. So he won't lose a whole lot of time. Oh, he's closing big time on his teammate. It's a full frontal motorsports 1-2 right now here at Charlotte. Reynolds trying to run down the uncharted driver, Aiden Macro. 8 laps remaining here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Trey Wright is just ahead of Macro there. Macro has been dominant tonight. But is it going to be another one of those classic mile-and-a-half finishes here at Charlotte Motor Speedway? Macro runs a little wide. Reynolds glued on the inside. We'll see what the margin is this time. 7 laps to go. 1.19. And I could guarantee there that Macro got held up a little bit by Wright. He is still not quite clear of the 90. But now he will get by. And Reynolds will have to deal with the 90 of Trey Wright. Reynolds running a much higher line there through turn 3 and 4 than Macro did. See what the gap is this time as Reynolds catches Wright. 0.7. Uh-oh. 6 laps to go here at Charlotte. This is going to be a duel between teammates. They're 2.59 seconds ahead of third place, which is now Kip Silverpoint. Ahead of Toll and Crouch in 5th. 5 laps remaining here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. 0.36 the gap. Reynolds is running down Macro. Taking a look at the top side through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Macro trying everything he can to hold on to protect that bottom lane. And Reynolds closing in. Huge through turn 3 and 4. He's going to be able to make a move through the quad oval now. He'll sling it to the inside at the line. And they'll be side by side in turn number 1. And Reynolds is going to take that spot away, but is Macro out of it? Is that all there is? was that the last best move of this race in regards to the battle for the win. 3 laps to go this time by. Nathan Smith in front of Reynolds. Macro closing in again. Going to be on the backside, headed off into turn number 1. Reynolds slides up a little bit. Macro, can he get to the inside there? Not quite yet. Down the back straightaway. Headed for turn 3. Macro now takes a look to the inside. Not going to get there just yet. Reynolds drove it in deep. 2 laps to go this time by. Roy Ribbleton right in front of them. Could that hold up? Reynolds, no, it doesn't look like it. It's going to hold up Macro a little bit, actually. Macro trying to close back in on his teammate. Reynolds trying to run away with it here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. This race started off a mess. Reynolds is a beaten, battered number 42, but he is coming around for the white flag now. One more time around Charlotte Motor Speedway. The gap, 0.3 seconds. Reynolds staying on that inside. Lap traffic. There's slow cars in front, but I don't think they're going to play a factor. Will Macro close in the final 2 corners? He's not going to do so. Off the final turn, Christopher Reynolds' first career victory here in the Cabela's Cup Series comes at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Food Lion 500. Good gracious. So we had the 3 cautions early on. Since that 3rd caution, we went green. And what a race to the end from then. Absolutely phenomenal. Reynolds, finally, after a disappointing season so far, could be on the road to recovery here as far as his seasonal statistics go. But he is down onto the pit road in his stall. We'll take a look at your finishing results here. Christopher Reynolds denying an unchartered win here in the Cabela's Cup Series. His teammate Macro finishes 2nd. Silver Point 3rd. Then Davenport, Toll, Arnsdorf, Crouch, Cologne, Stover, and Lewis round out the top 10 here at Charlotte. And take a look at the rest of your finishing results. Yeah. That was how the first 20 laps went there. Kugelon, Biller, Stapleton, Fragniti, Watson, Rosero, Thibodeau, Vargas, Williams, Collins, Johnson, Creed, Parrish, Miles, Rowe, Thompson, Robinson, and Nicholas all out of the race as a result of big pileups at the start of this thing. And Samad Osgin and Ben Crouch especially are going to close in mightily in the point standings. They were already up there inside the top 15 in the standings, and we'll see what they look like after this. Will Parrish may not even be in the points lead, but we'll have to see how everything shapes out here. That's going to wrap us up here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Congratulations, Christopher Reynolds, on the victory. We'll take a look at your driver's point standings, your owner's point standings, and wrap it up here in North Carolina. Until the next race, y'all have a good night.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.